The Bitey player proxy is not an actor. Well, yeah, it's not an actor, it's a thing that creates an actor. Sorry about that. Let's see. Yeah, the player proxies are data assets, not actors. We need to spawn actors and pass those things into them. So they should be entity proxies. Crap. They're entity proxies. Get entity proxy class set. So entity proxy classes. Entity proxy class set. So the thing is, we've got these U objects, which we'll have to actually pass through like an actor factory or some crap. I'm not sure how the hell we're gonna make these things. We'll have to figure it out here. Because these are U assets, we might have to like make an actor of the entity class and then just like make one. Just new the damn thing. And throw it in the frickin' world. That's okay though. We'll just deal with it when we come to it. I mean, it's... yeah, we don't have to worry about all these things. Loaded asset as entity proxy. New object. Obj. The entity proxy map also has to be checked. Yeah, that could be a problem. Asset loading. Hooray! So this might just be one gigantic rabbit hole, but it's a rabbit hole we need to go down. Because it'd be like, okay, yeah, so if you want to spawn an entity, what you have to do is you have to drag it into the editor. You know, from the asset library into the world. You're like, well, what if I want to make my runtime? Be like, no. You drag it from there. Like, well, what if I want? What if it's not in the level? Be like, well, you have to drag it into the level. Like what they were talking about basically was you have a subclass, with a sub level with like all the shit in your entire game inside of it, so you could reference it. It's just like, that's idiotic. ID player proxy. See, can I fix the warn log stuff that's all pissed off? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, one of the warn log basically doesn't work. Found some possible resolutions, but none of them work. What? What? Well, sometimes the old adage, if it doesn't work, fuck it. Sometimes is an apt action for the situation. You're just gonna have to wait for the brain chips, Karakan. Just gonna have to wait for the bionic and cybernetic augmentations. Well, it's one of those things, right? try again, or never try again. It's like, well, that didn't work. Alright, so needs fixing. The test effect BP is not an actor. Well, it's a blueprint, right? Is anything that's inside of the asset library going to be an actor? I don't think so. It never helped anybody. Maybe all of these things are just U objects, and we should just treat all of them as such, and then we won't have any problems with this crap. So let's just do that. Let's just say to hell with it, and get rid of the entity proxy shit, and see if we can do it that way. And just deal with only U objects. It'll be like, yeah. And we'll see what we can do. Because obviously I need to just kind of use this system first, and then we can improve it later. Alright. Well, I know they have places in Japan, etc., where it's just a room with stuff in it that you can break. Just it's like a room with a whole bunch of Chinaware and glasses and stuff, and they give you stuff like baseball bats. You just beat the hell out of the whole room, and I think you get charged for how much you break. Just go to town. Or you just get charged a flat rate. I don't know. Just go in there and just injure yourself. Breaking shit. I know at one point, my parents got a whole bunch of boxes after like moving their office or something like that. Just a whole bunch of cardboard boxes. And I asked if I could have them. And, you know, maybe this was like 40 boxes. And they're like, okay, sure, you can have these 40 boxes. They're just cardboard boxes. And of course you'd think, okay, you know, there's like this kid who's like 10 years old. Great, he's gonna like go build a fort in the basement, you know, using cardboard boxes. Which so I took all the cardboard boxes into the basement, and then I just systematically beat the shit out of every one of the cardboard boxes because I just wanted to punch them. And my parents came back like 3 hours later, and like all the cardboard boxes are just like ripped to shreds and crushed and smashed and all over the room, and they're just like, what the hell? They didn't give me any more cardboard boxes after that. Pent up aggression. I don't know. It was fun beating the hell out of those boxes. Let's see. Loaded asset, test effect actor as effect. We scanned all the assets, and the only thing we actually loaded was this test effect actor BP. Nothing else fell into player proxy, Dashkin object actor, or Dashkin entity actor? Really? Or player proxy or entity proxy. Oh, well that's probably because we didn't regenerate our files. We don't need this. We don't need that function anymore. You do not exist. A lot of this is also me not really knowing how exactly loading assets works and all that, which is something I need to get through my head. You would have thought I would have done this already, but I kind of had it on the back burner for quite a while. Like I have entity creation and setup in Unreal 4, and that was the second week in April was when I did some of that, and that's the only thing that I made for that was the entity utils, which takes an entity proxy, and it'll create an actor out of it. Which I think I just answered my own damn question, because Dashkin entity and entity proxies are not fucking actors, so. Get any proxy class set. Alright, yeah. Because it's surprising how much you can actually do when working on a project without actually getting anything done. that's visible. It's actually one of the big problems with game development, or one of the big problems I've encountered in game development, is your managers usually have no goddamned idea if you're actually doing your job or not. Like, you can legitimately do work for just months and months and months that has no visible progress and does absolutely nothing for the game. But you're doing real work, and it's necessary work in a lot of ways. Loaded asset bitey player proxy, fatsack proxy, loaded asset bitey player, standard player as entity, loaded asset test effect actor BP as effect. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're actually going to bind one of the keys. We're gonna bind that B key, and we're gonna try to spawn this test effect actor blueprint somewhere in the level real quick. So in order to do that, we're going to rig up that blueprint to do it. But first we have to actually make the functions to do so, right? So entity utils. Anyway, I think I completely distracted myself, and then I came back. I don't want to pass in the fucking world. I'm just gonna make a create thing. We're just gonna do like uObject star object, fine, whatever. So we're gonna have like create actor from object and create actor. Let's just do create entity, create effect by name, and let's just const f string address name, and then const f vector address position, and that's just gonna be what it be. And this is gonna be, what should we put this on? Creation should be, so create effect by name. Dashkin entity utils. Yeah, entity utils totally has spawning functions for entities. We already made one of these damn things. Great, well, to hell with it. We're deleting it and starting over because I forgot what the fuck I'm doing. So we need to get the world. So how do we get the world? I believe that would be our game mode or something like that, and we'll just call it get world. Yeah, so it's going to be a Dashkin game mode get, and that's going to get us the game mode. If game mode equals null pointer, return null pointer. We're going to call Dashkin utils get effect by name. uObject obj is that. If object is null pointer, return null pointer. Let's warn log that thing out. Warn log. Unable to find effect with name %s. Start name. So that's one of the issues with a lot of game development is producers and managers can't always tell if you're doing actual work because none of it's visible. And the same thing with engineers. You can't tell if other people are doing real work either because a lot of the time it's, again, not visible. So there's always this balancing act between stuff that is real and stuff that's fake. And depending upon the experience of your team, they can actually get away with doing more real work and know what work is real and what's fake, and works out pretty well. Though at the same time, if your people are too experienced, sometimes they end up doing a whole bunch of quote-unquote real work that just gets all chucked into the garbage bin because something changes in the design, and you're like, well, I've been working for 4 months on this particle system, and now we're making a space game, and we don't need any of this ground-based shading crap I've been working on for the last millennia. Alright, so how am I spawning these frickin' actors here? Well, it looks like I need the class name. I need the static class, so is that as simple as it gets? Is that just it? See if it works. And it looks like maybe just what I need to do the whole time is just create effect and just pass in the damn class. So instead of creating a class by creating an actor by its name, we just create it by its class. Because we should be able to reference that in blueprints pretty easily. But, whatever. I like strings for spawning things in. It's usually pretty easy to grok. It sucks when you change the name of something though. But you just don't change the names. That would be the advantage of having the classes there. And also a disadvantage. Sometimes you just like to break everything and not have to worry about all that shit. Alright, so we spawn in, it all compiles, great. Let's map the the player action for the B button, let's also spawn in an object. So we got this like play parrot thing here. Let's make another flow node. What the hell is it called? What did I call it? Create effect by name. So we need a position. And what should our position be for this thing? Let's make it 3300, 300. Math. Gauss random float. Let's make it between 1900, so make it between 2000 to 3000, and a Gauss random flow between, it's like maybe 1000 and 500 to 1000. Return that. Set the X to 0. So we're gonna play the parrot noise and make a thing. Well, nothing's happening. So let's see why. Failed because class is not an actor class. So let's see, what is get effect by name. So the U class here is this class, which is nothing good. That's not actually a fat sack. That's an effect. That is a picture of fat sack. So let's see, what do I need to actually do here? This was not a real class. Yeah, it's an FX sack. It's he's a test effect actor blueprint, so we made him. We made him. So we need the actual class of the thing we want to make. Like, we actually need a reference to it. The actor class. Make actor from blueprint class. So maybe we should go to spawn actor and see. So there's like U-class, class. Parent class is Dashkin logic object. That's like AI is the thing. The asset class is blueprint, asset name. The effects map 0. P is this. The value is the U blueprint. Blueprint type. Dashkin effect actor is the parent class. So when we actually spawn this thing, let's see. Get the manager. We want to get the static blueprint class for this U asset, but it doesn't look like it's grabbing the right class. Something like that. Like, I could make it based on the other ones by being like, oh, okay, you're an entity actor, and then going ahead and making this thing. But this is a blueprint actor. I need to actually spawn it based on the blueprint class. That's the hardest one. The other ones are basically like, oh, well, what type of U-object are you? Oh, you're an entity proxy? Well, no problem. So let's look exactly what we've got here. We've got this effect, which we returned. If we call getClass on it, I would expect us to just effect active blueprint. Parent class is a Dashkin effect actor, which is a fucking actor. So we want just we need the class of this thing. It's not getting the actual class. Get class of blueprint U-object on C++. How to get the C++ class name? Get class versus static class. So maybe we just need to use like static class as opposed to get class. I mean, it's actually really not that bad to just have spawn actor by class and just pass in the actual class and all that stuff. It's really not a problem. So I don't really even know why I care. So this class is object. Why the hell is this class object? It shouldn't be the fucking object, it should be something else. Like, class object is abstract. Yeah, this is stupid. Like, get blueprint class from UObject. Not seeing the answer to this. Maybe I need to actually call, I need to cast it so it's like u blueprint blue equals cast u blueprint of j. If blue does not equal null pointer, so we want like u class equals object static class. Class equals blue. Get blueprint class. We just do CLS right here. Let's see what this cast looks like. Yeah, it should just cast straight out. So maybe this will work. Yeah, the other thing is that it would let me spawn effects from C++ land without knowing about the things. So yeah, there is a pretty decent blueprint generated class. So it got it. It's not an actor class though. Blueprint. Use the generated class member. So it's generated class? T subclass of uObject. Vehicle blueprint to generated class. So we cannot convert from uObject pointer to uClass. Oh, interesting. So it's actually a uObject. Well, we'll see if this... Because this is saying, if you call get world spawn actor, you should be able to do this. And this is interesting, it's passing in the UObject itself instead of the class of the UObject? I'll have to look up exactly what it does. Let's see if this explodes horribly. We're gonna some G and T? I don't know what that means. But good job getting it working, Caracan. Alright, we can spawn things now. You can see all these effects playing. There's 100. He's getting mobbed by all the fat sacks. All right, good God. Well, that's what we were looking for, is that actual thing. So the question is, do we need to do any of this bullshit, or can we just pass in the goddamn UObject? Like, can we just do this? Let's find out. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it at all. So why is this spawn actor... Why is spawn actor actually doing what's doing? So it should be able to just take the asset. I'm confused. I am very confused. Like, what is this blueprint? Generate class is a variable. On So which thing is this actually calling? It's spawn actor with supposedly the generated class is a specific thing. Which one's it calling? Is IntelliSense actually gonna do it? Is IntelliSense actually gonna tell us what the hell it's trying to look for? No, it's not. Well, we're just going to try to follow it in and see exactly what it's doing there, because I'm not exactly sure why it's able to grab the generated class here and spawn it from it. And that which I don't understand, and is actually working, it's usually pretty easy to go pick apart and see like why it works. So so we're making some spawn parameters. So spawn actor is actually taking a class. It's lying to me. So I want to look at what generated class is. T subclass of UObject. So it should be a UObject pointer. Like, so how in the hell does it turn this subclass of UObject generated class into a class pointer?